What is up, guys? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Lach.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at UFC Fight Night Blaydes versus Daukaus. We're going to be looking at the main event. But before we get started, don't forget to like the video. Leave a comment down below on your early prediction on what you think is going to happen. And yeah, let's get into it. We got Curtis Razor Blaydes. He's 15-3. He's 31 years old. Stands at 6'4" with an 80-inch reach. He's coming off a win over Jairzinho Rozenstruik and then a loss to Derek Lewis right before that. And then Chris Daukaus is 12-4. He's 32 years old, stands at 6'3" with a 76-inch reach. He's coming off a knockout loss to Derek Lewis, and then before that was a win against Abdurakhimov. What you think, Jeff?
I think this one's a little more obvious of what's gonna happen. I think Curtis Blaydes is obviously gonna go for the wrestling to utilize his wrestling first. I think Chris Daukaus is gonna try to keep this on the feet. From what I've seen, I don't know if Chris Daukaus has good enough wrestling, I guess, to stop Curtis Blaydes. The only thing is, I think Curtis Blaydes is his own worst enemy. I think he just becomes too patient, or he just doesn't shoot enough, and it kind of just the fight kind of just stagnates and nothing really happens. I think Curtis Blaydes, if he were to improve his striking, he'd be a very dangerous man. Hopefully he's been working on that, and I think he could probably win. This is a tough one for me, but if I had to say, I think I was about to say Chris Daukaus. I think Curtis Blaydes wins by decision.
I think
what you think?
Blaydes by decision is the most obvious answer if he can get it down. I think Curtis Blaydes by decision is the most obvious answer because if he can get Daukaus down and keep him there, I mean, who knows? We have never seen Daukaus face a wrestler like Blaydes. And Daukaus obviously has the striking advantage. I mean, he's super fast. He's shown to be pretty powerful too. That might be the speed of his hands, but I mean, he's been finishing a lot of his opponents. Almost all his wins are by knockout. And I mean, he has pretty good fundamentals. He tends to throw a lot of combinations, which is usually not the case for heavyweight. Usually they try to get the one hit quitter, but he tends to throw combinations really nicely. And with this hand speed, I mean, these heavyweights usually they can't see it coming, and it usually ends up flooring them. But Curtis Blaydes, I think his striking has improved. I mean, from what I've seen since he the first time I ever saw him, he was when he fought Ngannou the first time. And since then, I think his striking has improved, which is kind of funny because I think his wrestling has stagnated. I think his wrestling is, it's never been the most technical, but I feel like a lot of his takedowns get completed because of his strength. He kind of relies on his power to kind of finish takedowns. And I mean, we've seen guys just as strong as him be able to stop them because of, his technique tends to get a little messy. But I still think it'll be enough to take someone like Daukaus down, especially because he's not super filled in heavyweight, especially because he's not skinny, but I mean, he's not as big as some of these heavyweights. And so I think he will be able to kind of brute strength the takedowns and get him down. And so that's what I think decision. But I think if this fight can get really, really entertaining if they stay on the feet, because I think Curtis Blaydes has a really nice jab. You can tell he's been working on that. It's really straight, really pops out there. And obviously Daukaus has his hand speed and his combinations, and if he's able to close the range without getting taken down and don't overextend, I think this could be a really good firefight. And honestly, I think both guys can take each other out, and I think that would be the best option for the fans. But I think Curtis Blaydes is going to take his best option, which would be with the wrestling. So I think he's going to stay on the feet for a little bit, and then he's going to shoot his takedown. And I mean, we've seen that he has tendencies, right? He tends to he tends to telegraph his takedowns, and someone like Derek Lewis was able to kind of stop him with one shot. I don't think Daukaus has that power. He could probably land that shot, but I don't think it'll hurt Blaydes like it did from coming from Lewis. So I don't think he'll be able to stop the takedowns. It'd be very impressive if he does. I think this rise for Daukaus has been too fast. I think putting him Derek Lewis, he actually looked really good against him up until that point though. But I think it was too fast of a jump from Abdurakhimov to Lewis. I know Shamil was ranked 7 at the time, but I feel like this just kind of shows that heavyweight is top heavy. Like the top 5 or top 6, I guess, are like the real threats. And so I think this is going to be another too big of a jump for Daukaus right now. And I think Curtis Blaydes wins by decision. He could finish him if Daukaus gets stuck. If he's not technical enough to get up or try to get up, Curtis Blaydes, I mean, back in the day, I know his last fight was not impressive, but he used to throw some nasty ground and pound, you know? So he could get him out that way, but something tells me, I mean, the Daukaus brothers, they're pretty technical, so I think he'll be trying to get out and be too slippery, and I think it'll be more control than damage for Blaydes. But I do see him probably doing it for all 5 rounds, maybe. So I'm going to have to go with Curtis Blaydes by decision as well.
Yeah, I think Blaydes by decision, yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Those are our thoughts. Those are our predictions. We both think it's going to be Curtis Blaydes by decision. We think that him using his wrestling is the path of least resistance. We think that's going to be the easiest way for him to win. Let us know down below what you think. Do you think this is going to be a wrestling clinic by Blaydes, or you think Chris Daukaus will come and surprise us all? Let us know down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We post videos for almost every fight night, almost every pay-per-view. So go ahead and do that, and check out our other fight. We're actually doing the co-main, the Alexa Grasso versus Joanne Wood fight. So go ahead and check that out. And yeah, it's gonna be a good night of fights. And don't forget to tune in. We'll see you next week when it's time for Volk versus Korean Zombie, another banger. So don't forget to tune in, and we'll see you then.
See ya.
See ya.